Welcome to a place where hearts unwind, infinite threads that gently bind, love and compassion in every line. Together we rise through space and time.
Welcome back to Infinite Threads. I'm your host, Bob. Yesterday we talked about that space, that quiet moment between what happens and what we choose to do next. Today we step into the part that isn't so easy, because it's one thing to notice that space, it's another thing entirely to choose differently inside of it, especially when something in you feels justified. When something feels wrong. When something hits you in a way that makes you want to respond immediately, strongly, loudly. We've all been there. Something is said, something is done, and you feel it rise up in you. That heat, that certainty, that sense that this deserves a response. And maybe it does. But here's the question that doesn't get asked often enough. What happens next? If you follow that reaction all the way through, what's next? Not just the first response, but the ripple that follows it. Because most of the time when something feels heated and we respond with more heat, it doesn't resolve anything. It escalates, it spreads, it pulls other people in. It grows beyond the moment that started it. And before long, it's not even about what happened anymore. It's about the energy that took over. And this is where that space we talked about becomes more than awareness. It becomes responsibility. Because once you can see your reaction, you also begin to see your impact. You begin to understand that what you add into a moment doesn't stay contained. It moves. It carries. It reaches people you didn't even intend to reach. And that's not about blame. It's about truth. Because every time we respond, we are contributing something. We're adding a tone, an energy, a direction. And in moments where things are already heated, that contribution matters even more. So now the choice becomes clearer. Not easier, but clearer. Do I add to this, or do I choose something else? And choosing something else doesn't mean silence. It doesn't mean ignoring what's wrong either. It doesn't mean pretending everything is okay. It means asking yourself, what response actually moves this forward? What response reflects who I want to be? Even here. And sometimes that response is quieter than your first instinct. Sometimes it's slower. Sometimes it's simply choosing not to engage in the way that was expected of you. And I know that can feel unsatisfying. It can feel like you're letting something go that deserves attention. But there's a difference between addressing something and feeding it. And the truth is, a lot of what we're seeing in the world right now is being fed over and over again by reactions that feel justified in the moment, but keep the cycle going. So what happens if you don't add to it? What happens if you hold that space just a little longer and choose a response that doesn't escalate? That doesn't sharpen the edge, that doesn't push the moment further into division. Something changes. Not always outwardly right away, but internally something shifts. You begin to feel a different kind of strength. Not the strength of overpowering something, but the strength of not being pulled into it. The strength of holding your ground without losing yourself. And that's not weakness. That's control. That's clarity. That's alignment. And over time, that choice begins to ripple outward too, just like reactions do. Because when you stop adding to the fire, you create space for something else to exist, something calmer, something clearer, something that has a chance to actually move things forward, not through force, but through presence, through intention, through a refusal to let the moment define you. And again, this isn't about getting it perfect. You won't. None of us do. But even catching yourself once, even choosing differently once, that's where the shift begins. That's how patterns start to break. And that's how something new starts to take root. So today, when something rises up in you, when you feel that pull to react, just pause. Feel it. Notice it. And then ask yourself, am I about to add to the fire? Or am I about to become something else? Next, we're going to talk about what that something else really is, because it's not what most people think. And it might just change how you see strength altogether. So I'll see you tomorrow morning. I love you all very, 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 very much. And you know what I need you to do. Go out there and pass that on, okay? Later, Gators. See you in the morning. Bye-bye.